Check, check, check. Mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see here. Let me go there. My channel. Let's see here. Mic check. Channel. So that. Let me turn it down just a little bit. All right. Here. Mic check. All right. There we go. All right. What is happening, everybody? Good morning, good morning, good morning to you all. Shout out to everybody that's here. Let's check it out. Raphael Chrisman, how you doing there? Ice Queen Gaming, Don, how are you doing, young lady? Happy Friday to everybody, to you and everybody. But go ahead and share this video on out, people. I'm gonna let's see. I'm gonna drop the Cash App thing in here because I have to do my petty thing here. So the Cash App is $Craig Tech. So there we go. But what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Certainly glad you're here. Certainly hope you all are planning a big Friday. I know I am. So I don't know what the sex wars are. So, but what's up, everybody? What's happening? Certainly hope everybody's had a good week. I'm on a 3-day break. Got some car issues, but certainly looking to try to fix one of the two of them here tomorrow. But what is going on? Of course, I got the big headline, and we'll start with a little PS5 news. Let's see here. I'm just putting this in my banner. And we'll go ahead and show that. So but certainly hope everybody's listening. Let's see if a few more people kind of filter in. So what's everybody been doing? What's everybody been playing this week? I myself, I jumped back into okay. What's up, LaShawn Jefferson? How you doing? The sex war between black males and black females. Look, the fact that I'll simply say the fact that black men are arguing with black women shows you their matriarchal tendencies. That just shows you the gynocracy that black men are living in. So simply just set your standard and move on. I tried out for my high school football team. I went out there on the field and they said that they said what position do you want to try out for? And I said, I want to play offense. I want to play receiver. And they said, okay, the receivers on this team all run a 4.5 sub 40. So the minimum for me to run was a 4.5. Minimum. What's up, Andre 6K? And I ran a 4.6. I ran a 4.58. And then on the third one, the third heat that I ran, they gave me 3 chances. I ran another 4.6. So I didn't qualify. The standard was a 4.5. So they did not, the team did not change its rule for me. All right. So just guys, just be men, set your standard and then move on. If your standard is like mine is, my girlfriend does not have fake fingernails, fake eyelashes, or fake hair. Now she has she got a breast augmentation, but she had that before I got there. So I can't tell her to unaugment her breast. But if that's my personal standard, and that's all you guys have to do. You don't have to argue with anybody on your standard. Do you think that the New England Patriots gave a damn about Antonio Brown and what he did in Oakland and all the BS he was doing in Oakland? Or did they just sign him because he met their standard? That's all brothers have got to do. What's up, Milkshake? What's happening? So yeah, let's talk about PS5, the movie graphics and real-time ray tracing. Now that this has been confirmed, okay. Now remember, I was telling you guys that first of all, what's everybody playing? What's everybody playing? Let's start right there. Good morning to everybody. I am back playing Mafia 3 on the PS4, and I'm playing Elite Dangerous on the PS4, and I'm about to start playing some other stuff on Xbox X. Everybody saw that. Everybody see my Xbox unboxing. I got the Gears of War 5 Xbox. Hopefully you all check that out. So I got the I got a bundle. It came with something called Players Unknown Battleground, and I got Gears 5 for it. I've got a hybrid Xbox. I hit this button, it does a little bit more. And so yeah, but there's some other PS5 news. Shout out to Foxy Games UK. He put out some more PS5 news. Thought I was going to storm Area 51. Nah, nobody's going to do that. That's a military installation. And there's nothing at Area 51. Okay? If you're going out there to find extraterrestrials, they've already disclosed that. We're going to talk about that here a little bit later in this podcast. So still playing PS3. Okay, well, that's fine. So people are there. Well, I believe people are there because people are stupid. You know? But there's nothing out there. So, and it's friggin' 5 o'clock in the morning. What's up, old dog? Is that a picture of your daughter, old dog, or your niece in that picture you got there? What's everybody playing? I saw one person drop what game they're playing. So the whole notion of Area 51 is fake. No, the Groom Lake test facility is real. Okay. The Groom Lake test facility is real. That's Area 51. That's all it is. It's a dry lake bed. All right, so Grudia Legends is playing Borderlands 3, Milkshake, Fallout New Vegas. I love it because not every Ice Queen. Are you still playing The Sims? Just asking. Oh, that's your daughter. Oh, wow. Well, that is a walking, talking reason to do the right thing, isn't it? So, are you getting Link's Awakening? Okay. Is that for the Switch, Tony? Is that for the Switch? Okay. So, yeah, Borderlands 3. Yeah. I heard that's real good. Is that, I mean, I've heard nothing there. Nicholas Harris, what game are we playing today? I'm doing Elite Dangerous. I got to hook up my Xbox. So no clickbait today. No, what goes on with that is when I schedule things through OBS, it somehow links to old stuff. That's why I put a call out to BitCloud, and he's gonna help me out on it again. So yeah, I saw that you sent that message. That's cool. But yeah, you're still playing Sims. All right. So all right. Let's see here. We got somebody playing a Call of Duty Modern Warfare beta. How is that, Nicholas? How is that beta? Are you enjoying it? So is this just multiplayer beta, or is this the campaign? So is this the campaign? So yeah, somebody's playing the Division and Battlefield 1. Are you playing the Division Part 1 or the Division 2? Yeah, you gotta tell me. Yeah, but that's what's going on with that Spartan God. I didn't even know it said that because my original setup was what I put in, and then I just happened to go onto my phone to make sure that it was running properly, and it had a totally different thing up there. And I'm like, no, this is not what I wanted to show. So I had to try to find that out. So you playing the Division Part 1? Okay, that's cool. That is cool. So yeah, I'm going to talk about that. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that because that ultimately, I'm talking about that. Well, I'll talk about that now because I've got that story pulled up here. Spider-Man Game of the Year edition. Yeah, that's got all the DLC, correct? Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. No spoilers. That game was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I thought that game was just going to be kind of okay. I thoroughly enjoyed that game. So Valkyrie Chronicles. All righty. So yeah, it's going to have ray tracing. Now it's been confirmed. I was just talking about that. It's been confirmed about real-time ray tracing on the PS5. Remember, I was the one telling you guys it would have it, but let's wait for them to confirm it. Now it's been confirmed. So by Shu himself. So what's up, Paul G? So you made a vampire sim today? Cool. Apparently, YouTubers got arrested in there. Yeah, I mean, it's a military. That is a military installation. Yeah, I do not. It is a real military installation. They test. Like they tested the B2 out there. I hate saying that because y'all know that I'm calling. What they say on Call of Duty. I'm going to get one-man army and call in the B2. But they tested the stealth fighter out there. They tested the B2. They tested the SR-71. That was all tested out at Area 51. So yeah. What's up, SS9? How are you doing? So, but yeah, we're gonna have ray tracing. So, but we'll pull up that article here. Not a very long article. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. Actually, no, I don't have it pulled up correctly. Well, let me do this here. We go back here. Let me cancel that. Let me go in here and find it. Now, this comes from International Business Times. Me trying to close off all this stuff. So let's see here. Trying to find the story. I thought I had it. So I had it up here.
Hey, maybe for your mother's birthday you could make her a card or something.
Let's see here. No, that's not it. Damn, I just had it up there. Let's see here. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, there's that. Okay. So this is Business Insider, but that's an old article. I'm trying to find the one with the movie one. Yeah, I know that hurt Matt's Gaming's feelings, didn't it? That's because he has done podcasts and he has done uploads saying that they would have software-based ray tracing, which they will, but they're going to also have some real-time ray tracing. But let's see if I can find this here for you guys. I thought I had this pulled up already. So it's that same article. So, but let's see here. All right, I'll share this one, man, because this looks like the only thing that's coming up. So, share the screen, application window, share, and so, all right. So, yeah, as you can see there, this is from International Business Times. This is not a clickbait website or anything like that. But at the end of the day, they're going to have PlayStation 5 spec, Sony adds Hollywood visual effects processor. So that is the same type of thing that they have on like the DC movies with Aquaman and stuff like that, and the Marvel movies, and they use a version of that on Into the Spider-Verse, and but pretty much it's going to have real-time ray tracing. I saw a video and I can't remember who had that video up. I couldn't find it on YouTube because he didn't leave a link. So, but at the end of the day, they're going to have they're going to have a ray tracing type of a thing. But it says here, widely used by Hollywood for realistic. All right, here it is. I'm sorry. Said it has seemingly been confirmed the PS5 will use AMD's Ryzen which comes with 8 cores of AMD's new 7 nanometer Zen 2 micro architecture. The new console will rely on the custom Radeon Navi family GPU that includes support for real-time ray tracing rendering. So this confirms, this is International Business Times. All right, so it was here. I was at the wrong part of the article, so I apologize. It is 9 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast, so, and I'm still drinking my caffeine. Hold on, let me get a swig of the old Kentucky. Woo, okay, all right, mama. So, but it says here, widely used. All right, I'm gonna highlight this, and you all can take a picture of it. So the new console will rely on the custom Radeon Navi GPU that includes support for real-time ray tracing rendering. Now, there it is, folks. This is through the International Business Times. This is not Craig fanboying. This is not Craig talking about the fake ass console war. Okay, this is me relaying a story that people have been asking about, and now we have confirmation coming from a reliable media source that they're going to have real-time ray tracing. So anybody who has been running their mouth, having the diarrhea of the gums that have been flat out moist, they have been lying to you. This is why I say to people, wait for confirmation from the studios. I always say that to you guys, but this is why. Because they're going to have to put the information out sooner or later, right? Right. They have to. They have investors. They have people who may want to invest, asking them legitimate questions on the technologies. And so now we know it. Now we know that Matt's Gaming and all these other people, whether it was Matt's or Dealer and Colt Eastwood, when they said that Sony's PlayStation 5 would not have real-time ray tracing, they were lying to you, okay? And it doesn't matter who it is, they were lying to you. We now have confirmation that it's going to have ray tracing. Now, I always knew it would, and I said, I'm pretty sure it will, but let's wait for Sony to confirm it. Foxy Games, shout out to Foxy Games UK. He also said it was going to have real-time ray tracing. But again, people wanted to say he was a fanboy. He didn't know what he was talking about. Bullshit, in the words of BGS Igmore, if he doesn't mind me stealing that from me. Bullshit. We now know it will have real-time ray tracing, okay? So, and it says it's widely used by Hollywood for realistic visual effect. I want you all can take a picture of this, screenshot this, and send it to Twitter, to Matt's Gaming, to Dealer, to all those clowns. Okay? Send it to them. Hey, look, confirmation, real-time ray tracing. Where's your video? That's what you say to them, because you give people a chance to correct the record. Okay? You give them 24 hours, okay, to correct the record. And they can come out and do a quick 2-minute video. Hey, it's been confirmed through International Business Times that the PS5 will have real-time ray tracing. So that's the end of that. They will have real-time ray tracing. But it says widely used by Hollywood for realistic visual effects. Ray tracing is a technique that models the travel of light to simulate complex interactions in 3D environments. No gaming console in the world today is capable of ray tracing. Next gen will be the first, hopefully. So that's it. So it's just time to move on, okay? This is a dead story now. This is a dead story. So Hollywood processors. No, I mean, if you watch, I'm trying to give you if you watch Infinity War, go back and watch Marvel's Infinity War, okay? You don't have to watch the whole movie, all right? Watch the first 10 minutes. When Thanos when he tells them that, you know, he knows what it's like to lose, he said, dread it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same. Or in other words, I have arrived. And when he says I have arrived, he puts the Infinity Gauntlet up and it has the Power Stone. Look at the reflection of light on his face from the Power Stone. Okay, that's ray tracing. That is Hollywood graphical effect ray tracing. Okay, you're seeing it right there in front of your face. So now, is it going to be that quality on the PlayStation 5? I don't think it'll be that quality on the jump. Okay, the PS5, these developers will develop games over 7 years. Let's say the PS5 has a 7-year life. Okay, let's say it's a 7-year life. Probably by the mid game, by 2025, those games will have the ray tracing that you're used to from Hollywood movies. Okay, so but do not allow yourselves to now. Yeah, you can just go sort. You know, when you write articles in school, they say you have to cite your sources. Now you can cite this source. End of discussion. Oh, they're going to have real-time ray tracing. Well, how do you know that? Oh, okay, it says it right here. That's it. You know, that's it. You know, they're moist. You know, they're moist. I mean, to me, there's no other. I mean, and if they don't correct the record, and then you want to say, dude, you're a fraud. Okay, you say, dude, you're a fraud. Then you know, it is what it is. What do you mean it has nothing to do with the title? What does the title say? I'm looking at the title. Oh, the Pentagon Navy UFO program. Yeah, I'm going to get to that, but this kind of broke late last night, so I'm doing this right now. So, of course, on games, of course, ray tracing needs to be real time. Only video movies free render ray tracing. Well, yeah, but they use a real time type of ray tracing in those movies. But yeah, you're right. A lot of it is pre-rendered. A lot of it is pre-rendered. And again, there is ray tracing, base ray tracing in the that game that just came out, Control. That did, you didn't have to have RTX turned on to get ray tracing. So. PS4 has software ray tracing already. Yeah, software, not hardware, real time. Yeah, you're right. It's pre-rendered. So, it's pre-rendered. So again, that's why when they say Gears 5 have ray tracing, I'm like, well, that's not a big deal because Killzone at the beginning of the generation have ray tracing in it. So does Battlefield, like Battlefield 5 or Battlefield 3 or one of those Battlefields has it too. So, but we'll have to wait and see exactly what it is. But yeah, the fact is that they're going to have it. So the fact is they're going to have it. They're going to use the cell processor. Well, there you go. So. So it says all this spec talk is fun for fanboy wars, but at the end of the day, you just want good games. Yeah, Paul G, that's what everybody wants. And again, I'm just doing that because this confirms what a lot of people already believe, but it confirmed it. Okay. But with that, we'll move on. So let's move on here. So let me go ahead and create my new banner. Let's see here. So we'll do that. We'll go ahead and do this right there. We'll go back to the comment section. So, all right, then. He's all right. Well, what is Big Mad? Okay. Yeah. What exactly is Big Mad? But all right, then. All right. So we'll get into this article here. Now, let me go ahead and share my screen. Because this just happened about 3 days ago and people just ignored it. I'm going to share an article here that, let's see here. You can see this article was from, let me see. I got to go to the article now. Here it is. All right. So you can see this article is from 2017, but the Pentagon has acknowledged the existence of a recent secretive program to investigate reports of UFO sightings. So if you don't know about this, they spent about $20 million. Yeah, it's about right here, give or take, in funds. It was led by a senator named Harry Reid, a Democrat out of He was a Democrat out of Nevada, I believe, was out of Nevada. But basically, it was with the help of the Navy and the CIA. Now, I need to give credit to Donald Trump here, because even though Obama, his administration, started to disclose this, Trump's administration still has to go ahead and continue with the disclosure. But this is real disclosure of UFOs at this point, okay? And now you can read the whole story here. But this story broke this week that the Navy, let's see if we can find that article here. Let's see here, U.S. Navy. There it is. Let's see here. So, yeah, I can't pull up these videos because I don't want to get flagged. But let's see here, maybe. I won't play this video at all. But you can kind of see here. This is for education in case NBC News comes back to see it. But hopefully you all can see this. But the object appears to be dark in here. There it is right there. Okay. Now you have to understand they had the reason why it's changing colors is because they have infrared mode on, because infrared allows them to zoom in and out, allows them to zoom closer. But these objects were going over 750 miles per hour against a 150 mile an hour wind. Okay. And they just stopped in midair. Like literally it tilted up, stopped, and went out. And they said that pilot said it left at over 10,000 miles per hour. So, but in the Navy, they no longer call them UFOs. They call it unidentified aerial phenomenon. But this right here looks like the video game that I played, doesn't it? That's what my screen looks like on. But I believe this is from an F-18. And you can clearly see this is a disc-shaped object. Well, hell, let's play it.
Up for anything? Nissan Rogue is.
Skip that ad. Here we go. So they're able to lock onto them because it's a solid object. Here's another. Yeah, here's one. There you go.
My God. No, going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots to the west. Oh, I'll take that. That's not LS though, is it? It's not. I do not understand. Well, if there's another thing, it's roasted.
See, that's impossible. We'll stop sharing. I'm sure this video will get flagged. So, but what you just saw should not be possible by human flight. So this is an old video. No, that's disclosed video. Okay, it wasn't fake. Those are from Navy pilots. So this was real. So what you have to ask yourselves is, why now are they disclosing this stuff? Okay, because this is disclosure. Okay, I'm in and out of the UFO community. You all know that. And this is disclosure that we've been waiting on. Okay, this is the Pentagon disclosing that they spent $20 million studying it, and now 2 years later, after they admitted that they were studying it, excuse me, we now have video confirmation of the craft. So it is what it is, folks. We have to stop. Well, look, Andre Siske, if the Russians have an aircraft that can fly like that, there ain't no shooting it down. Okay, what's up, Lincoln Clay? No, this is not Mass Effect. So let's see here. Yeah, Bad Latency made a good point. Why do you all think Trump wants a space force? Okay, that's because there's things coming into the atmosphere and we don't know what the hell they are. So but shout out to Donald Trump. Shout out to President Trump for letting this be disclosed. He didn't have to do that. Okay, so Trump, I'm giving him credit. I mean, I can criticize him, but I'm a fair man. I give credit where credit is due. And he decides, he gets credit on this. So, yeah, that's why they want a Space Force. If a UFO landed in front of you, would I board it? If I'm invited, yes. If it's a visit, yes. If I'm being actually abducted, I'm going to whoop ass. Okay. I'm going to whoop ass. I mean, those things are only about 3.5 feet tall. So they're shorter than Vieira Tron. The Tron's only like 5'1". But I would whoop their asses. Okay. So, I mean, that's just the way it is. So, they said the Navy can't tell me shit, neither the government. Well, I mean, again, you don't have to. Here's the thing. You don't have to believe what you just saw. But this is my point. Even though they have disclosed it, you still don't believe it. That's not my fault. That's your fault. You got other problems. So you got other problems. I can't help you. That looks like a car to you. Well, it is their car. They're using to start a war. No, I mean, there's no war. You can't fight something like that. You can't fight something that has gravity propulsion. Okay? You can't have it. You ain't doing it, Alien spacecraft is not the same as UFO. That is true. Everything that's a UFO is not a spacecraft. I do agree with that. So, okay, Don, that's fine. That is fine. So, yeah, the main thing is that you're going. Okay, you're going. That's the main thing. We're here. If you ever want to talk to us, we're here for you. Okay, I'm glad you're going. You understand, So I can't imagine what you're going through. So I'm glad you're reaching out to people, and as long as they're good people and they want to help you, that's the main thing too. So. Can one stop talk about video games and computers? Yeah. Can for once stop talking about video games? Yeah, I'm not talking about it right now. So, no, I don't think it'll start a war. Let's see here. Yeah, it was confirmed. It's real. Russians have nothing to do with it. It might be. It's something. So it's something. So, but yeah, I would get on it. So, now what about the Navy ships on the Pacific coast that say they've seen so many UFOs coming from space and diving into the ocean and back? Yeah, well, again, there's nothing they can do to stop them. I mean, they pretty much have taken the default setting that they don't represent a threat to your national security. So they're basically not saying that they don't exist. They just say they're not a threat to you. So that's it. And they can't stop them anyway. So it is what it is. It is not yeah, I think I read that one. Well, I give credit where credit is due, and he gets credit for this, for allowing the Navy to go ahead and do it. So it's the Predator on one of his hunting holidays. Could be, Nicholas. Could be. Could be. So you were only trolling about the Russians. Yeah, I know you were. So, well, we don't know what aliens look like. Not according to the people who have been abducted. They've got some pretty compelling evidence on what they look like. So, Aliens are probably the original humans who were super intelligent, left Earth years ago. No, but let me propose something to you. What if, all right, if one of the first inventions that man was given or they invented was the wheel? All right, let's pull that to the side. So man invents the wheel. What if somebody else on another planet, the first thing they invented over 1,000,000 years ago was a steam engine? All right, can you imagine? So you both have technology, okay? But one is going to develop a lot slower than the next group. So if a group that has developed the steam engine, you know, they're going to be way further advanced than that group that has invented the wheel over a 100-year period. They will both advance. But what is the difference? Well, the difference is, and this is according to Bob Lazar, there's elements in different, he said there's elements more than likely on their planet or planets that they can use to transverse space. And we don't have those elements here. So we use the elements that we got. Now, we've been to the moon, we've been to Mars, we've launched Voyager, and it's flying around out there in the galaxy. But we do not have the ability. We built a space station that's in low Earth orbit. So we've done pretty well considering we were where we were when life started in, you know, when life was evolving, you know, in Africa and you know, when the Sumerians, according to the Sumerian tablets, when the Anunnaki got here, there were no humans on the planet when the Anunnaki got here. So well, I mean, again, I would be an ass whoop machine. You know, they could though. I mean, they could show up with an Xbox, and I'd be like, oh yeah, garbage, get out of here. I mean, what are y'all doing here? So they probably would. They look like a Nissan. It could have been a Nissan. But the reason why they can track their craft, but they're not going to shoot at them. They don't have orders to shoot them down. Well, because they can't. They can't shoot them down. So, so not fight with it. They just bomb the place and say some alien did it. Then they would have to disclose they were aliens. See, they haven't done that. They've disclosed the program. They've disclosed the vehicles being in the air. They still haven't disclosed the aliens yet, though, but they're starting to. This is they're midway through disclosure. Okay. Now, I would have loved disclosure to been breaking news, and the president of the United States comes out and says something to the effect of, yes, the planet is being visited by other groups that don't represent a threat. They're just here to observe us. Okay, that's what I would have liked to have happened. That's the story that I told myself. All right, but that's not the way they're going to disclose this stuff. So there are stars billions of years older than ours. Yeah, and again, there's different elements all over the galaxy. So there's different steam engines have wheels, so wheels come first. Maybe they never invented a wheel. Did you ever think about that? Maybe they got here and they saw a helicopter flying and they said, wow, how does that work? All right. Maybe they saw a car moving, and, you know, a car that's at night, it has lights on it. It has people in it. And they may have been wondering, how does that work? You see what I'm saying? It's the same type of, they're still wondering how the thing works. You know, because they don't have that technology where they came from. So now when Betty and Barney Hill were allegedly abducted, they showed them a star map. They also asked them what they ate. This is according to them. Now, I don't, you know, they tell a compelling story, but I don't believe in hypnotic regression being used as in, you know, being used, but they tell a compelling story. So it's called, they had a book out you all should read. And as a matter of fact, there was a movie that came out. It's called The Interrupted Journey. Yeah, it's called The Interrupted Journey. It was a movie. It had James Earl Jones in it before he was Darth Vader. And I forgot who played Betty Hill, but it's actually a pretty compelling read. So might say aliens are human that have no physical restrictions. People, well, could be, yeah. and even if you want to bring religion into it, the Bible, there were people having visits in the Bible. They just called them visits. So why? So the same people who are, say, Judeo-Christian, they'll say they believe in the Antarctica Jesus and they believe that what's in the Bible. Well, the Bible said that people were having visits from angelic beings. So they believe that. But if you take angelic being out of it, and somebody says to you, like, yeah, I was sleeping last night and I had a visit from this little gray guy, they may have thought that was an angelic being to them. I mean, who knows? I mean, it's just, it's pretty crazy. So people being abducted by aliens. Well, if you're being abducted, that is harassment. Okay, an abduction is a violent thing taking place versus a visit. So where is my super chat? I dismantled it. I have the Cash App. If you want to donate through Cash App, it's the same thing. But remember, guys, I said I was going to take my super chat down. So, but yeah, I have Cash App. I will put that in the thing there if you want to donate to the Cash App there, Trouble Fire. But the Cash App is it's this Craig Tech. I think it's $ Craig Tech. So yeah, but any donation you want to give, I appreciate it. So your birthday is a week. Is it a week from Saturday? So your birthday is the 28th. Does that mean you're a Virgo? So yeah, I took my super chat down. So bad latency says believe in these idiots who date stuff. They don't. Yeah, well, I mean, again, we just know there's other planets out there. We know that. We know we don't really know how big the universe is. They can guess, but to think that another society would not come here is silly. So again, if you believe they've never been to the moon, that's fine. I'm not going to argue with you. So light takes so long to travel. Yeah, light speed is, again, they can get here according to some of the stuff I've seen. They can get here in 6 months from where they're at. Again, I don't know how they do it. Okay, so but they can distort. If you have gravity propulsion, gravity can distort time and it can distort space. Okay, so if you have a big enough gravity well, you can bend light. So it's that's basic physics, and but we have to you all have to understand that. So Mega Davo said he got dropped off from Earth as a baby. Okay, well I hope you're enjoying it. So, oh man. Yeah, I mean, again, they can only hide this for so long. That's what I've always said to people. It's just the question to me is, why are they just now disclosing it? Why are they just now disclosing it? When I get done playing Mafia, I'm going to jump back onto. Well, I'm going to beat Mass Effect. So the reason why there was no sound yesterday was because I don't know if the music is copywritten or not. So I assume their music is copywritten, so I just had the sound turned down. So what I'm going to do today, hopefully about 1 o'clock Eastern time, is I'm going to restream that part that I did. So hopefully you guys can join. So. But only mass odd cause gravity is mass. Yeah, that's true, but not according to Bob Lazar, who worked out at S4. He said that they had a gravity device. They had a device that can actually create gravity in their craft. And they had the craft that he worked on had 3 emitters on it. And if they point the emitters in one direction, that's the way the craft will go. So, so he said when it flies through space, it's turned with its belly up, and it's because it's pointing in one direction. But when it gets to a planet, it will go into a singular configuration. So that's why when people have seen their craft and they say they're bouncing around, it looks unstable to us because everything we understand about flight is linear. But gravity, it's just bouncing from one spot to another because they're pointing the emitter in that direction. So that's the way the craft's going to go. Bob Lazar did not kill his wife. Good grief. Gravity is a theory. It's never actually been proven. That is not true. So that is not true. Gravity, whales, they've done gravity. That's not true. Oh, you're a Libra. So when does Virgo run out? Does Virgo run out? When does Virgo run out? So, gravity is a wave, Andrew. I mean, if you don't understand, that's the truth. Gravity is a wave. So, and the wave, there's a gravity A wave and a gravity B wave. Yeah, you're right. But there's a gravity A wave and a gravity B wave. So Virgo starts, yeah. No, you're right, it does, but when does it end? When does it end is what I'm trying to figure out. When does Virgo end? So, no, he did not predict element 115. He said that they had an element that they registered as 115. That's anti-gravity. They have that, and it's a 100% conversion, which he said it violates like 10 physics laws because energy, the way energy dissipates, no matter what you do, if you put on headsets, you get some drop off in conversion. The reason why headsets cost so much money is because they have different ways to cancel that out. So, but he didn't predict it. So, but he said they created element 115 on Earth, but it only survived for like half a second or something like that. So he didn't invent or predict it. He just said that was the name of the element. That's what they were calling it. And it does not exist on Earth, but it's anti-gravity. So the fact the sun did not suck the planets in proves it's a theory. Well, why would the sun suck planets in? The sun emits, it doesn't pull. So he uses that as a crutch. Well, again, how do you describe the way their craft are flying? He worked on the propulsion part of the craft, is what he has said. So he worked on the propulsion part of the craft. That he said that's it. So that's the end of it. But yeah, you're right. I don't know how he uses it as a crutch. So no synthetic element would create anti-gravity. You would need to create well, again, we can't create it here. They allegedly were given some to study it. But it's the equivalent of, how did he put it? He said if you take a motorcycle, like you take a motorcycle right now and you drop it, and you go back in time and you give it to a Victorian era person and you put it in a square, he said they will eventually figure out how to turn the motorcycle on. They will eventually figure out how to ride it, but they won't know how it works. And he said that's kind of the way these craft are. He said we know a lot about the craft. There were things on the craft that we actually do have. Like he said, they had something like smart glass. We have smart glass here. They have something similar to that on their craft. It worked differently, but it was the same thing. So his explanations are lacking greatly. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. So, yeah, yeah. No, the sun, it pulls on us, but yeah, it's also, but it pushes too. The sun also pushes us too. So, but we have the Earth has its own engine. So, so Virgos are feminine individuals, including males. They are the so yeah, but nobody can tell me when it stops. Everybody's talking about when it starts and who they are. So if he was a scientist, a cavernous studying a craft, then he should be able to discuss things at a higher level. Well, because the people he's talking to don't understand it. I mean, when he was on that Joe Rogan experience, Joe Rogan was, he basically said, can you just kind of minimize it, But if you want to see him actually teaching Maynard, he has a video. It's old as hell. It's on YouTube. And he talks about gravity A wave, gravity B wave, how their craft are flying. He talks about, he breaks it into two parts. He said, here's the things that I know, and then here are the things that he read that he can't confirm. So, and that's it. That's where he left it, So that's where he left it. So first motorcycle in 18 was a turning area ended in 1991. Okay, well, if you go back before then, let's go back to 1776, and you put a motorcycle there. They're not going to know what that is, but eventually, Nicholas, they will figure out how to turn it on. They'll figure out how to rev the engine. They'll figure out how to ride it. It may take them 50 years to do it, but they will figure it out. But they won't know how it works. They won't understand how the combustion works, how it moves, the way it moves, and stuff like that. That's what he was saying about their craft. He said that the reason why they won't disclose it is because they don't really understand how the craft really works, at least when he was out there. Now, it's been over 30 years or something like that, so they may know a whole bunch more about the craft. So, so a helicopter would be a better example. Well, I mean, again, fine. We use a helicopter then. So, yeah, they wouldn't know how it worked. They wouldn't understand what it was. So, and that's the point. So, Virgo stopped September 22nd. Okay, all righty. Well, it's about time somebody told me that. So, and all he studied about the craft again was the propulsion. He didn't do the metallurgy. He said he had to go into the craft maybe twice. So it's not that big a deal to him. He doesn't really talk about it a whole lot because he said it's just something, people ask him, but he said, here's why he's talking about it now. He did say why. He said because he was at a grocery store and a stranger came up to him and said, "Are you Bob Lazar?" And he said, "Yeah." And he said, "Look, my son was a goof off in school. And when he saw your video on what you put on YouTube, as far as gravity and gravity A and gravity B and the what you worked on years ago," he said that snapped him out of it. And now this guy's son was a scientist working for Los Alamos. And he had a picture of him, and he had a picture of his son. He said, "I didn't want a picture with you." He said, "I just wanted to shake your hand," because he said his son may have gotten into a lot of trouble, but because he saw the video, it helped his son. So Bob Lazar started talking about it a little bit more. Okay, that's all that's happened. So it's all that's happened. So yeah, I understand that. Now, if you watch the movie Interstellar, that's what that movie is about, is they're trying to figure out gravity. That's what they're trying to figure out. Okay, they're trying to figure out how to do different things based on gravity. So, and that happened. You know, that's what that movie's about. It's about how did they save the human race? Well, they figured out the calculation of gravity. Mm. The Queen, thank you for saving her life once. Well, that's great. Well, again, the Rogan interview was with the documentary filmmaker, and the documentary filmmaker got in touch with Bob Lazar through George Knapp. And George Knapp said, look, Bob may not even want to talk to you about this. He said it's going to depend on what kind of week he's having, what kind of day he's having, if he wants to sit down and talk to you about it. You know, he may hang up on you. He may tell you to go F you. You know, he said that. They say, you know, during the documentary, he may tell you to go kick rocks. I mean, it is what it is. You know, it's his story to tell. So, you know, yes, that is true. That is true. But again, what made Bob Lazar credible was that man did one press conference, and he didn't do a press conference. He didn't talk about it for 20 years. You know, he didn't talk about it for 20 years. He did one press conference, and he's like, I'm done talking about it. You know, he's trying to move on with his life, blah, blah, blah. And if he lied about it, why was he able to go get other government contracts? He's actually gotten that's how he makes his money. He works for the government. He got government contracts, but this was the same government that said he's a liar. Yet he got government contracts. So, okay, well, that's fine if you want to think he was lying. I mean, I'm not here to say. I'm just simply trying to give you a way to start figuring some stuff out. That's it. You know, that's it. So, but it's 9:30. It's almost 9:45. I guess to get on up out of here. Any questions or comments about the PS5 having confirmed ray tracing? And somebody said, I think it was Spartan Guy, said that Matt's Gaming was big mad. What does that mean? What is big mad? And why? And what happened? I mean, did Matt's do a video and people are mad that things that Matt's Gaming was wrong? I mean, what's going on with that? So I still got a couple more minutes. So any questions on that? That's pretty damn funny. So so you know. Yeah, people do choose to be stupid. So, I mean, the information is out there. It's not their fault that you all don't decipher it. You know, that's all I can tell you. It's about, okay. So, all right. So if it's full-on processor, that means it's hardware accelerated ray tracing. Fair enough. But when you said that somebody was big mad, what exactly does that mean? I mean, I'm just asking, what does big mad mean? Because I've heard Ashton Lucas say that too. She said, are they big mad or little mad? I mean, because to me, man, it's like being a little pregnant. I mean, you're a little bit pregnant, you know, so. So, I mean, big mad means really, really mad. All right, so who did you say was big mad? I mean, did you say it was Matt's Gaming was big mad, or did you say it was his comment section? So there's people in Matt's Gaming's comment section that are mad. I mean, is that what you're saying? Mad is like a little temper tantrum. Okay, I got you. So has Matt's Gaming done a video on what Sony is putting into their PlayStation, and now people are big mad? Is that what you're saying? So. All right, so he said he did a video. All right, I'm about to watch that video, man. Oh man. So so Andrew, so are you saying that if you're saying SEAL Team 6 is lying, that means that the Pakistanis lied as well. That also means that Al Qaeda lied, because Al Qaeda confirmed that he was dead as well. So, so you're saying all three of them are in on a conspiracy, and once again, you're gonna have to bring more than just what you say to that. You're gonna have to bring some evidence that he is still alive. So where's your evidence at? So I agree with. All right, so this is the link. All right, yeah, I'm about to watch that. All right, guys, I've been here an hour, so we now know that the PS5 is going to have real-time ray tracing or hardware ray tracing. So that's been put to bed. And we also know that the Navy and the Pentagon, along with the Trump administration, has disclosed UFO and vehicles flying into the atmosphere. So, all right then, guys, I am going to get out of here. BJ, what's happening? Been here an hour, buddy. Where you been? Also, the $ Cash App is up and available. So if y'all want to hit me up on that, please go ahead. Look for me at about 1 o'clock. I'm going to stream through OBS. Hopefully it works this time. I'm going to stream that Mass Effect thing. I'm going to see if I can get it working correctly. So, and go from there. So what I'll do is I'll start the stream, and then if it's wrong, I'll try to go in and correct it. Then I'll start playing. So yeah, Bin Laden did get trained by the CIA. That is true. All right, guys, I'm going to get on off here. I appreciate you coming. And remember, play the games or the terrorists win. Peace.